Hey everybody, welcome back to News Studios Science. We discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And I got some more leaks on the PlayStation 5, and more so, we're going to be talking about how these latest leaks are confirming that the PlayStation 5 is going to be outperforming the Xbox Series X. I mean, nonetheless, I'm still excited for both consoles. I don't care which console outperforms what. I mean, when it comes down to it, and the bottom line is that it's all about the games. So, anyways, I have an article here that I really want to just talk about and just read to you guys, and then we can discuss about it after the article. So, here's an article from my Matt Evans on Tech Radar, and we're going to go ahead and read it. And it says here, after all the speculation, PS5 looks set to be unveiled in a matter of weeks. The latest rumor claims that the February 29th is the due date for its unveiling. But whenever the curtain is pulled back and we finally see the next generation PlayStation in its all glory, we still won't know exactly how it measures up to its rival, the Xbox Series X. However, a new leak claims to know how the PS5, or at least the PS5 dev kit, stacks up against the Xbox Series X. Despite that Microsoft's machine outdoes the PS5 in some areas, Sony's console is said to be decidedly more powerful. Games industry leaker Tidix, I don't know if I'm saying it right, took to his Twitter account to reveal he's been gathering some info from anonymous sources in the industry that have seen both the Xbox Series X and PS5 dev kits. He reveals that while the Xbox Series X's GPU graphics processing unit outperforms the PlayStation's, the PS5 dev kits are set to outdo the Xbox kits in almost all areas. Check out that tweet, broke news down below here. Now, if you look at this tweet from Tidix, it says here the CPU PS5 is XSX, and I'm not sure what all this jargon means, but we're going to go ahead and just come out to the outcome that the PS5 is going to outperform the Xbox Series X. I mean, this is all speculation. Remember, we're hearing people, it's all hearsay from here on in. We're hearing that like there's people from the inside that have seen the dev kits on both sides, and they're making claims that the PS5 is going to be decidedly more powerful and it's going to be outperforming the Xbox Series X. So none of this is really truly confirmed. This is just simply hearsay. PS5 solid state drive and RAM are set to have more capacity than Xbox Series X, but will that impact performance enough to have it take the crown of the most powerful console from Microsoft? Let's take a look at the technical specifications of both companies' current gen consoles for comparison. When it comes to graphics, the Xbox One X already boosts an impressive 6.0 teraflop GPU, much higher than the PS4 Pro's 4.2 teraflops. Together with its 2.3 gigahertz 8-core CPU, just ahead of the PS4 Pro's 2.13, it was enough to take the most powerful title away from Sony. If the Xbox Series X GPU is better than Sony's, but the PS5 is still more powerful out of the two, the difference between GPU performance would have to be very small for Sony's other specs to give it its edge on its rival. The PS5 might have the potential to allocate more RAM to run its operating system, but this is no guarantee it can place the results on screen faster than the Series X. The bottom line is that until both consoles are in our hands, we won't know how powerful each one really is. Either way, it's a small difference in power enough to sway you away or the other. For technical gamers, it could be one of the deciding factors when both consoles launch later this year. So, anyways, let's get to the bottom line. So, like it says here, I mean, either way, whichever console seems to be the more powerful one, it tends to sway away, buyers and fanatics of of the systems, because there's always like this console war thing where like people are like, yeah, Xbox or yeah, PlayStation. For the longest time, I've been a PlayStation fan. I've even owned an Xbox at one point, an Xbox 360 Elite to be exact, a black Xbox 360 Elite, and boy did I love that console. But unfortunately, it was stolen from me because I was robbed, and that sucks. And I've been a PlayStation fan ever since, so I've never really made a decision to go on and buy a new Xbox ever since I was robbed, which really sucks. But for the longest I have been a PlayStation fan, I've had every single version of a PlayStation. The only version I've ever had of an Xbox is, an Xbox 360 Elite, and that's it. I will never know what it's like to own an Xbox One or an Xbox One X or One SAD or whatever the hell you call them now. But being that these new generation consoles are going to be coming very close in performance, meaning that they're both going to be very, very powerful. They're going to be they're going to have very similar specifications and all, similar specs. It makes me want to buy both of them, no matter which one outperforms the other, because they're both going to be super powerful consoles. And from what I saw on the Xbox Series X trailer from the Game Awards a little bit earlier, late last year actually, I'm impressed and I want this console. And I've never been the biggest Xbox fan, but like, it's all about the games. That's when it comes down to it. So if these consoles are going to be boasting about their specifications and they're going to be, bragging about it the entire time, and they're going to share with us what these consoles are capable of. So far, from what I saw from the Xbox Series X, we have yet to see anything from PlayStation. We did see a bit of a glimpse of a game. I forgot the name of the title, but they did release a trailer for this game. It's called something Gods or whatever. I can't remember the name of the game right now. Kind of drawing a blank. They showed it at the Game Awards. From what I've seen, I am pretty impressed, and I really want to see more. But I have every bit of faith that these consoles are definitely going to be the best consoles yet, and we're at a perfect time to be a gamer because the specifications that we had for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One were sadly just completely deplorable, and those specs were horrible, and they were only they only had the Jaguar cores inside, and that's it. The CPUs in those consoles are abysmal. Even the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Series and Xbox One X, God, that name rolls off the tongue. Oh my God, it's terrible. Even those consoles, when they did a revision for the consoles for the mid generation, the specifications in the CPUs were still lacking. But this time, we're going to be getting top of the line kind of things for the console, almost like CPU quality. But let's just face it, consoles will never ever beat the CPU quality, because with CPUs, there's practically almost no limitations as to how far you can spec out your PC. You can always add more RAM. You can always get a more powerful GPU, a better CPU. You can just pretty much do anything to a PC, and you can just customize it however you want. With the Xbox and the new PlayStation, they're gonna be built custom, they're gonna be built the way they are right out of the manufacturer, without you making hardly any modifications, with the exception maybe adding some more memory or attaching an SSD. It really doesn't matter. If that was the case where you can customize your consoles to add more RAM and more memory and everything like that, consoles would be very expensive. They're priced the way they are for a reason, and that's to accommodate your regular consumers out there. So consumers are not out there to spend $1,000+ or $700+ on a console. They want to be able to spend at least $300, $400 for a console. And as far as pricing wise, I can only speculate that these consoles in this upcoming generation are going to be the most expensive. Aside from the PlayStation 3, when it first launched, that thing was about $600+. And that was ridiculous, and it caused an uproar at that time, but that's a topic for another story. If I had to speculate the pricing and what kind of pricing these consoles should be based on the specifications on these consoles, I think the price for these consoles should be priced at no more than $499 a pop. Each console. It seems affordable, but yet kind of expensive. If I had to really release these consoles based on the specifications that we've been hearing about and reading about lately, I'd price it $499, nothing less and nothing more. So that's me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know, what are your thoughts. Do you think the PlayStation will be more powerful than the Xbox Series X? And if you had to give a price for these consoles, what price would you give it at? And what do you think is fair? And tell me why, and I'd like to know. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to stick around for more. Remember, live streams every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and weekends, of course, between 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Sometimes I'll make an exception, and I'll make it a little earlier, maybe 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. a.m. So, yeah, be sure to stick around for more. I upload daily, of course, and stick around for the live stream. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.